我们要邀请到资策会数位教育研究所姚乔义就以担任我们的语坛主持人，以及特别荣幸也欢迎印尼、泰国、越南、马来西亚、菲律宾5个国家 K12大学企业以及政府等各领域的教育代表，与我们来做国际智慧教育市场商机的交流。
My name is Joey. I'll be your host today. Today we'll have 5 representatives from 5 different countries. And our first guest from Indonesia is Mr. Ahmad Zudi, the Vice Dean for Industrial Technology Faculty from Trisakti University. Mr. Zudi, can you please say hi to everyone?
Hi everyone, good afternoon and nice to meet you all. Thank you so much.
Okay, and also our second guest is from Thailand, Matrix Chong, General Manager of Advantech Corporation. Can you please say hi to everyone?
Hi everyone, I'm Matrix. I'm based in Thailand, and it's my pleasure to share my experience and talk in this topic.
Okay, great. And our third guest is from Vietnam, Mr. Le Vit Thuy, Director of Applied Information Technology from National Economics University. Yeah, Mr. Thuy, would you like to open your microphone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrew, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today, and hopefully we'll share some of our experience in online learning and online working with all of you.
Yes, thank you very much. And our fourth guest is from Malaysia, Angeline Chong, the Vice Principal of Sabah Chinese High School.
Hello everyone, I'm Angeline from Sabah Chinese High School, Malaysia. Yeah, we just share whatever that we have and learn together. Thank you.
And our last guest is from Philippines, Mrs. Marilee Rosas, CSCS Graduate Studies Director of De La Salle University, Das Marinas.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marilee Rosas from the Philippines.
Yes, thank you very much. So we're actually very happy that we're all gathering here. And, COVID has been with us for 1 year now. And also, my first question is, how have your daily work routine changed since the outbreak of COVID-19?
Yeah, I can share, right? Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Ms. Angeline, would you like to start first?
Yeah, I think right. Previously, as a teacher, we just walk to the classroom, right, to have the physical face-to-face teaching with our students. But now, I think we just open to our computer, and then we enter the virtual classroom. That is so different, okay, from the past. I think this is what every teacher or educator are doing now. Yeah, so actually we have a distance with our students. So this is change a lot. We change a lot from this. Yeah, this is my feeling. Yeah.
So actually, like the teacher in your school, are they also coming to school or are they also staying at home?
Okay, in my school, because in Malaysia, we are still having the movement control order now, the MCO. So all the students, they stay back at home for the online class. But for in my school, our teacher, we still come to the school so that we can use a lot of device, okay, and using the online methods, right? Okay, we use the Meet or using the Zoom, okay, to give the online class to our students at home. Yes.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
and how about in Thailand, Mr. Matrix Chong?
Okay. For us, actually, we running a business in Thailand, but we do also working with the university institute, and we also do some trainings to the student or our partners through online methods. So actually, before COVID, we eventually like to host a classroom or a training session in maybe a hotel room, or maybe in our office, we have a training rooms and demo rooms, etc. But after the COVID, then eventually you still want to meet the people, but they don't want to meet you. Okay,
yes.
So it brings a big challenge for us, how we still need to engage with the partners, and also how we deliver our content, our knowledge to the students. So eventually, everyone know that everybody is follow and transform to the online method that to engage with the people. And we use a lot and we learn a lot from there. All right. Okay. So many of the daily activity is already changing from face-to-face to online. It is no choice, and it is quite difficult for clearing simple communication. So this is, I think this is a big change in our business life and also the education.
Yes, I think, you know, as a business side or a school, I think we need to, how to say, learn how to adapt, right? Because whenever we will, of course, we will face lots of challenges, but we have to take one step ahead and actually be resilient. And we have to make sure to keep adapting to different environments.
Right. One more add-on. Sorry. Eventually,
Sure.
Previously we do face-to-face, so we just go to meet up with the student, meet up with the customer or partners, and then whatever we talk, whatever we discuss, we just draw it on the whiteboard, right? Okay. Everybody get to the same and get the things actually mutual understand. But now we need to prepare a lot of drawing on PowerPoint or documents, and then show it on the meetings. Otherwise, it's very hard to make people understand. Like we can draw, it's just very,
right.
It's a very human
Yes.
behavior or human way. But now we have to be use the technology way, which is quite
digital whiteboard.
Heavy job too, right?
Okay, thank you very much for sharing. And actually, I would like to ask next, how about the situation in Philippines, Mrs. Merrily? How about your university?
Yeah, even in our university, actually, we do fully online classes. So we have maximized our online learning management system. Well, our daily work routine is far different from the pre-COVID times, no? During the first few months of this nationwide lockdown and quarantines, we have no day and no time boundaries as we work from home. So we do work from home. All the teachers are working from home. We do modules. We do online modules and printed modules for our students. And then we conduct our classes fully online.
Okay, great. So in your university, you already have your own system. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, we do have. We have our own learning management system. That was 10 years ago that we
Oh, wow.
started using that. Yeah. But during these COVID times, we have fully maximized the use of our learning management system, and we call that as school book. And then we also engage with different collaboration meeting or collaborative meeting applications, like we have the MS Teams. We also have the Zoom or other use the Google Meet. But in our university, we use the MS Teams.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. And now I would like to ask about Mr. Choi, because I think this will be a very interesting perspective, because Vietnam, as we know, I think they have been handling the COVID situation. The government has been handling it pretty well. So I would like to ask, is there going to be any change as far as right now in your university, Mr. Choi?
Oh, yes. The outbreak is well controlled in Vietnam. So in early 2020, we only have like 4 weeks of social distancing. So in that 4 weeks, we let all students stay at home and using the online learning. But after that, I think from late April until now, everything is back to normal. So yeah, we're using some online, and maybe the blended meeting may be more popular. So because sometimes the meeting is involved with the foreign people, so we have to use the online, especially some international conference with guest speaker or keynote speaker from outside, from abroad. So we have to use online conference. But I think that's the major change that happening now, and then we are doing it now right now. But also the blended learning is now widely accepted in our university. So normally the lecturer will use 20 or 30% of the time for online learning, but the rest they still go to the class and meet face to face. But another thing has changed since the outbreak is that a lot of student service are now online, so students can do it online and do the payment online rather than have to go to university like before. Yes, so that's the change that we are keeping, and it's happening right now at our university.
Okay, it looks like this kind of blended learning, right? Like you said, 30% are online and 70% offline. I think this will be like what the future of education in all around the world will look like. So yeah, that's great for you, Mr. Choi. Okay, last but not least, I'd like to ask about Mr. Zudi, since actually Indonesia right now has the most COVID cases in around Southeast Asia. So I've been also following the news where actually all the schools are closing, are still maintained closed from K-12 to university. So I'd like to ask maybe from the government aspect, or what kind of policies are Indonesia making, and how about your sharing from your university, Mr. Zudi? Mr. Zudi, please open your microphone first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joy, for your question. We already use online learning, fully online learning to our campus in start from March last year. Yes, so I think we almost 1 year. I'll include the laboratory activities and then meeting and assignment. Everything activities of student and the lecturer is provided by online meeting, and also with our partner from industry and also government. Everything will doing by the online meeting. So our difficulties or our constraint is about how to, according to the learning process, how to monitoring the student activities, because of our difficulty in access internet access. So sometimes the rate of the video is not available. So we should find to find the method how to monitor the activities of students in the learning or examination. So it is our the problem to make the academic or education is objective enough. And then I think in my personal opinion, I think the virtual communication is more benefit for us, because we have a benefit from more effective in time, and also for traveling and so on. I think this some benefit beside some hardware. Thank you, Joy.
Okay, thank you very much. So I think just now Mr. Zudi have already covered like some of the benefits, some of the positive and the challenges, right? So the positive thing is you can save the travel costs and the time to travel, because since everyone doesn't need to go out of the house. But the problem is about how to maintain that connection, just like Mr. Matrix just now mentioned, right? The human connection is very important, especially in learning. So I think this is something that we still have to figure out how to do, since we've only been doing, the whole world has been doing this for 1 year, but I think we still have some more time using how to utilize technology, or maybe even artificial intelligence better, big data, etc., to how to monitor the students' activity. So I think this is a very great topic to discuss about. Thank you, Mr. Zudi.
Yes, welcome.
Yes. Okay. So speaking about the positive and negative impact, I would like to ask the other participants. So based on your experience, since maybe COVID has been associated more with negative, but I would like to ask, like, what has been positive, and do you think that this Like, let's not, is there something optimistic when the COVID arrived? Let's start with Mr. Matrix. What do you think?
Okay, eventually we are a technology company, so we were welcome for the COVID situation. Of course, that is just a joke. The good thing is we really see the transformation to digitalization in human life. So in the past, actually, like the situation in Thailand, every student or every customer, they bring a notebook just to write down when you're teaching or when you're training. They just write down, and maybe the notebook will be keep it forever until they dead. So, but if after we transfer to the online meeting and also the online training, we do find one benefit that whatever we train for the first time, we can use it for 100 times and 1,000 times. And just the matter is whether we satisfied with that recording or not. Okay, so this is actually in the purposely we actually can benefit, bring our knowledge to much more people, and they might come today or they might come 3 years later, no matter what times. Okay, and they can learn the same content and same knowledge we have. So this is on the very, I think it's a good advantage side. And of course, we do find some useful tools that how we interact with the customer or the student in a different way. Like we can having the online portal that to do the exercise, and we can do it together. It's like a collaboration tool. Okay, and also we can do some assignment or exercise, or really it gives them a real touch and feel and look on what the knowledge and content we are teaching right now. So they just do it, look at it, and then just do the practice on it. Then the faster way of they adapt to the knowledge that we teach right now. Okay, that is, I think, is a very good benefit. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Matrix. Okay. So how about in Philippines, Mrs. Merrily?
Yeah, here in the Philippines, well, looking at the positive side of this pandemic, apart from having more time with the family as we work at the comfort of our home, or as we learn from our home, or as we teach from our home, we could learn independently. Students and faculty learn independently. Actually, faculty members are now more engaged. Even the elder ones, no, they have this. They fully appreciated this technology nowadays, and this technology help them or help us, most of us, in engaging with our students and creating more possibilities, creating more way to give or to share our learnings to our students. And apart from that, well, we could teach while we do some errands, or we could work while doing some errands. Okay. And well, the challenges that we face, well, most of us are this infrastructure, the internet connection, because of the speed, the internet speed. But aside from that, apart from that, also if we get out from our home and we do some kind of reporting, the mandatory wearing of the face mask and the face shield would give us a limited movement. Okay. And also there will be changes from time to time. No, policies change from time to time, and we have to abide with these policies. And in our university also, we create also different guidelines that would help our students how to face this pandemic while we are still pursuing with our work or with our studies.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Merrily. And Mr. Choi, how about in your university? What do you think?
I think in the university, both the change are positive, especially the thing that before the outbreak, not many lecturers are familiar with the online learning, familiar with the Zoom or Microsoft Teams, but with the COVID outbreak, everybody know how to use the computer to do the online meeting, to join and to deliver an online lecture. So in that way, it can help our university to speed up the digitalization and digital transformation process, because to help them to do the online learning or to do the online service for students, then the university have to digitalize everything from the student record to the whole process. So we have to to employ more software to help the student to the administrations to deliver the online service. So I think those are two positive things that happen to us. But on the other side, I think the most difficult thing for us, it may be with a lot of lecturers, because they are maybe in 40 or 50s, they are already 50 years old, they don't know how to use the computer very well. So it takes a lot of time for them to to do a lecture or to bring or to transform from the normal lecture into different forms of online learning. And also for conferencing or for meetings, normally it can take a lot of time to prepare. For example, if our meeting start at 1, normally 1 or 2 hours before, everybody have to go to a meeting to test the connection, to test the device, and it can take a lot of time for us and for everybody to get into a good conference or good meetings. So I think, and one more positive thing is that now everybody is ready for a standby for online learning. For example, now maybe in the last week, in the last 4 or 5 days in Vietnam, we have maybe 50 more new cases of COVID-19. Yes, so some of maybe 40 provinces in our country, 40 out of 63 are now let students stay at home and do the online learning. Our university also lets the students go home and maybe enjoy the long New Year. But when they come back, if the outbreaks are still out there, maybe we will transfer to the online learning, and we don't have to prepare we don't have to prepare a lot of things. So
okay.
Maybe that's the positive thing. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. And also, how about in your high school, Mrs. Angeline?
Yeah, I quite agree with what Miss Marilyn told just now, because the parents now actually they getting involved in the teaching or guidance of their kids when the kids are stay back at home to learn, right? Okay, so maybe previously the parents just send their kids to the school. That's it. Then the learning should do in the school. But now there is a transforming, or we can say that a restructure of the role of the parents, that the parents should come in also to guide their kids, right, when they stay back at home.
Yes.
Okay, so another impact, I mean, is I think it should be a good positive impact, is that the students, since for us, we are a secondary school, right, the teenagers, right, they are actually building their self-discipline. So during the online classes is the time that for them to build up their self-discipline. No teacher that's beside you. You have to do your homework. You have to come to the classroom on time. All these are self-discipline and how they manage their learning. I think this is good. Yes.
Oh, you point out that's a really good perspective. I think everyone here pointed out like really good positive things. to look forward at. I think we can agree that I think one of the things that everybody says is that everybody starts to be independent, and how do we get used to using to teach online learning? Since I realized that teaching has been the same way for a long time, right? People come to school, they learn, but then right now where everybody cannot come to school, like the infrastructure at the school becomes like a big cost. And actually the most important thing is the expertise of the teacher. So it's more important how to leverage, how to transfer this knowledge through using this kind of new type of method. And I think we're going to get better and better.
But I think, right, it's quite challenging, right?
Yes, of course.
Actually, it's a new norms and new way, okay, that we never experienced before. Actually,
yes.
Every one of us, we are stepping out from the comfort zone.
Yes.
Yes, this is challenging, but actually, I think everyone is trying our best.
Yes. We need fully from the government support, from the teacher, from the parents, and from the children.
Yes.
Everybody really needs to work together here.
Yes.
Okay. And okay, so I think right now we only still have a little bit more time. So I would like to ask my final question for everyone.
We are stepping out from the comfort zone.
Yeah. So
this is challenging.
Right now, my third question is, what new policies or changes, kind of like organization, that you will keep using for the long term?
Parents and from the children, everybody really needs to work together here.
Yes.
Mr. Tui, could you share first? Hello, Mr. Tui?
Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Now, yeah, I forgot. I forgot to turn on the microphone. So the third questions. I am not sure about the third one. That I think. How would I say this? Maybe I can come back later. Maybe someone can go first, and then I can go second.
Okay,
sorry about that. Yeah. Yes.
Sure. Would anybody like to share first? Kind of like, or maybe actually, I would like to ask about Mr. Matrix, since you're actually a technology provider, right?
Yeah.
Your system information. So maybe you can know kind of like what the trends are in education. What maybe for the future, what the future would look like.
Right. I think one of the big impact of the pandemic is everybody is forced to accept the technology. No one is like that, but I think everyone have to be adapt with that. So one of the big policy or one of the direction that we really want our student or our staff or our partners that can be mutually going to execute is, of course, the focus on the meeting. Okay, eventually, it is very easily that to interrupt during the session, and probably you couldn't know what happened at the other side of the internet.
Yes.
So eventually, like we all have a mutual rule, like we have to be turning on our camera and we have to be mute our microphone before we having this speak, and of course respect the others. And the most important thing is because all the online session is put it on time, so we have to be started on time and have to be finished it on time. Because one of the example or one of the situation is we might have 10 meetings or 10 sessions,
yes,
okay, in one day. So it's one session connected by another session. So everything have to be precise on times. And of course, the last thing is we do hope that all the information or all the content and knowledge that we can be shared and spread it out. Okay, spread it to as much people as possible. So they might refer their friend, or they might refer the other colleagues or teammates or families. Okay, when they have a good content to share, like maybe just a learning on how to use online training, okay, tools. This is actually a very good example that, okay, maybe some of their friend doesn't know how to use to learn online. Then this is one thing they already can show them. You go to Facebook, you go to YouTube, then you learn step by step how to join the meeting and how to connect everything. So I think the spread of the knowledge is much faster in a very much faster pace. Okay, so we do really want to adapt more. Okay, adapt more learnings and training tools online. Like we already collected many of the partners or students, okay, or customer or our insight. Okay, they do record, they do sharing their knowledge, their thought, their insight, and we collect it and put it online. And of course, we do certain category, like if this is for learning about the technology or knowledge, we put it into our IoT Academy. Okay, we have Advantech, we have IoT-academy.advantech.com. And if this is for like some others information sharing, like about our product or about our marketing activity, we will put it on Facebook, etc. and etc. So eventually we have much more content creation every day. Yes. And yeah, we do set certain guidelines together, each other to work together, and the knowledge can be really spread very, very big scale. Thanks.
Mr. Matrix, sorry, Mr. Zudi, would you like to share with us? Since our time has still have a little bit time left, so please just keep it short.
Okay, thank you so much, Joy. I think in the biomedical
Mr. Zudi?
I can go.
Okay, sure. I think Mr. Zudi
I can share some ideas.
Okay,
I think
Mr. Zudi, go first.
Yes, as I said before, I think to that we are changing and we are keeping it maybe for many years, is that people can arrange a flexible working arrangement. I think right now, if some staff, they have the COVID symptoms, for example, they have a coughing or something or high fever, then they can be allowed to be working at home, rather than before it's very hard for them to get the permission to work from home. But now they can easily work from home if they have the COVID symptoms. And the second thing is that blended learning are now legal for full-time students. Before in our university and in Vietnam, the online learning is only for the distant learning. So, but the full-time students are not allowed to use the online learning. But nowadays, the government and the Ministry of Education allow us, and the university also allows lecturers to deliver the online learning. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So the university.
Okay, I think there's something wrong with some like connection problem with Mr. Rudy. But since our time is up, I'm really apologize, Mrs. Merrily. If you're Miss Angeline, would you maybe just share one last, if you have anything you would like to share, just like one more sentence or anything? If not, then I'll end this session.
I think I'm sorry.
It's okay. You can go first.
Miss Merrily, you first.
No, it's okay.
Miss Angeline?
Okay, yes, sorry, I go first. Okay, I think right in the moment now, everyone, you should stay safe, okay? And then as an educator, we must equip ourselves. I think a lot of very technology, yeah, just around the world, okay? Even with the good apps, okay, and learning tool, teaching tool, I think is as an educator, we should get all these, and then we can select those that can suitable for our student. And last words, okay, everyone stay safe. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. So I apologize. I hope that I have more time today to talk with you. But today has been a very interesting topic, and I would like to thank once again for Mr. Matrix, Mr. Toy, Mr. Zudi, yes, since Miss Merrily and Miss Angeline for here with us. And last but not least, 谢谢, 感恩, salamat, terima kasih, and see you.
Yeah, thank you very much. See you then.